welcome back to D&D&D&D&D campaign number 1, Under Locks and Keys. When we last left off. Also, I'm a little quiet on the stream. Can you turn me up a bit? Alright. Yes, welcome back to Under Locks and Keys, D&D and D&D campaign number 1, Under Locks and Keys. When we last left off, the party successfully made it to the Boomergangers' secret base on the moon, led by the mysterious voice of Amos, the artificial intelligence of a time long past that had been woven into the very fibers of this ancient society, and the Boomergangers have now commandeered for their own ends. Managing to orchestrate a meeting with the Boomergangers' master and his lieutenants, the Boomergangers explained exactly what they stand for and what it is they intend to do should they prove successful. Opening the divine doorway to unleash the trapped soul of the ancient Second Age warlord Narushima, the King of Beasts, who would quickly institute a equality, quote-unquote, between mortals and mages, rendering all mages permanently separated from their magic and forced onto the level of the mortals below them, and a world where the king rules with an iron technological fist. To that end, the master gave his lieutenants instructions to secure all of the keys in your possession, and for the ones that remain outside of their grip back with your allies on Terra, they leave you with a warning that if you do not hand the remaining keys over willingly, they will happily destroy Tortage to open a crater into the divine doorway's riches if you are not willing to grant them access to the door. With that warning ringing in your ears, you fought it out with the lieutenants, managing to wipe out a good chunk of the lesser Boomergangers and fight the lieutenants to a relative standstill, but turning their attention to their goal, they began taking the keys from you one by one, and with all of the keys that you had on you now in their possession, they have given Amos his final order: self-destruction. Destroying the base, everything the Boomergangers have built, and taking the artificial intelligence with it. And now they hope to make good their escape from this place. And that is where we pick back up. Top of the round. As mentioned, most of them are currently focused on making their escape. The final Juggernaut is just going to run out of the hall. Asari and Alfred, both of you may take a attack of opportunity if you wish.
The turtle is the Juggernaut?
No. This guy over here is the Juggernaut.
Wait, how am I?
Can you live stream a map from me, love?
Yeah, I'm just wondering how am I getting...
Because he's going to go here, and then because you can move through friendly squares through the door and out.
I don't care about the Juggernaut, so...
Alright. Sorry, how about you?
Yeah.
I'll let him go first.
Okay.
No, I was gonna say I was letting Austin to go first.
Oh, no, I'm not...
Yeah, he's not attacking him, so...
I'm gonna do Chill Touch.
Do you have Warcaster?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I checked before I said I was gonna do it. Natural 19 plus 9.
Okay. Just double checking something. Okay. Chill Touch, 19 to hit. That hits. Roll damage.
Okay. Roll 2 damage. Ooh, I rolled pretty good. 22 necrotic damage.
Okay. Just a second. Also, Austin, the stream in general is still really quiet.
What?
At least it sounds like it on my end. Yeah, because I've had it at like max volume.
There we go.
It's a little bit better now. Sorry about that. I just wanted to make sure it was audible. Yeah, much better, much better. Okay. All right. Necrotic damage.
And he also can't heal.
Noted. Okay. Alfred, as the muscular armored Boomerganger Juggernaut runs past Asari and Captain Merrick, he dives into the door as alarms begin to blare, signaling the upcoming self-destruction. You simply leave him be and focus your attention on the lieutenants, but Asari, you take a parting swing, sending out a dark necrotic hand that grips and tears at his arm. The Boomerganger Juggernaut does give a yelp and slap at his arm to try and get the spectral hand off of him, but does not slow his progress and leaves the battle. Igor is going to climb over here and, looking at the remaining lieutenants and Boomerganger operatives, he looks at all of them and gives them a nod, his mechanical arms raising hostily. Go. I'll hold them off.
Oh.
He is going to lash out with... Let's see, what's he going to do? What you going to do, buddy? He will lash out with his mechanical arms to bludgeon all of you. The arms sparking with electricity from whatever is fueling his many, many prostheses. Let me get... Sorry, I got assembled a little late, so I need to grab all my d20s.
No worries.
All right. And you. There we go. All right. Alfred, for the ones directed at you, does a... Sorry, I was double checking my math here. Does a 23 hit?
Maybe? It already hits. It does hit.
All right. Does a 20, or sorry, it does an 18 hit.
No.
Does a 19 hit. Okay, so one of them hits.
Wow.
He lashes out.
Rhymes?
Well, to Alfred. The other two are going to be directed at you. I'm just resolving Alfred's first.
Oh, okay.
Alfred, his mechanical arms lash out at you. You manage to parry one to the side with your shield, or slash at the other to drive it back like a hissing serpent before that one coils back into like a striking position like a snake and jabs you in the chest, coursing with lightning. From the impact that hits true, you take... Oop, dropped it.
Heard that.
16 bludgeoning damage and 8 lightning damage.
Just barely.
Alfred, you barely cling to consciousness, and Asari, as you try to rush to your comrade's defense, his remaining mechanical arms lash out from behind him at you. Does a 14 hit?
Actually, no.
All right, that means the 12 definitely doesn't. The remaining arms lash and strike at you, but you manage to barely dodge them. And as he's...
He jumps over one like a jump rope.
Yeah, you'd like jump over one, duck under the other, and he will make his final attack with the bow built into his arm. As Asari sees you dodging around behind him, levels his arm at you and fires a arrow built in.
Oh wait, two things.
Two things?
One, doesn't he have a disadvantage against attacking me?
Why? Possibly, but why would that be?
Raylog is on the other side.
Oh, you are correct. Thank you for pointing that out.
Also, does he have I'm assuming he has a crossbow expert.
Yeah. Alright. Here, I'll roll the disadvantage for that earlier strike. 15? Alright, do you recall how much damage you took, or...?
I recalled how much HP I had, so...
Alright, so yeah, you can just set it back then. Thank you for reminding me, sorry about that. Point of inspiration for catching that, I missed that. Alright. Alfred, you right your stance, catch your breath, and steady yourself on your feet as you're ready to continue fighting. Mr. Concaro's arms crackle with energy, and Asari, with his strike to hit you with his bow, does a 19 hit.
Yes, it does.
Alright. You will take... 10 piercing damage and 9 lightning damage.
Alright.
Alfred, as you're steadying yourself back on your feet, you see Asari jump over one of his arms, duck beneath the second before he levels his arm and fires a charge shot at her and strikes directly in the chest. Asari, you see spots as lightning courses through you. That will be the end of his turn. He's just intent on holding you back while his comrades escape. Speaking of, Imamu is going to take a final look at the bloody remains of the combat and attempt to escape. Alfred, do you take an attack of opportunity?
I want to, but I don't think I could hit. Any way to boost hit?
Alright.
I guess there's not gonna be anyone. He's staying. He's the only two I care about, and he doesn't look like he's running. So I will, I guess, attempt.
Alright. Roll to hit. And, well, it's going to be when he tries to leave your range, so you won't have the flanking advantage, but you may still roll to hit.
Yeah. natural 20. Show it to me.
All right. Alfred, you attempt to swing at the former captain, but he jumps over your blade, rolls out into the hall with the juggernaut, and with the artifacts in his arms, gives you a wicked grin before sprinting down the hall away from the battle. They got all of the ones you were carrying on you, which just leaves the 2 that you are with your comrades back on Terra.
I thought we held on to
Yeah, there was the book and the wands, which Asari had, the pistol and the mask, which Greylog had. As mentioned, 2 that are just on Terra and unaccounted for. 1 was already in the Boomerganger's possession, which leaves 1 left, which would have been the...
How about some other ones that I thought we held on to one. I don't remember.
And I'm pretty sure they got all of them. I was keeping track. Escaping with the keys, you are left with the hallucinating vision created by Dennis, the sniper, and Igor Konkaro, who seems totally prepared to, at the very least for now, stay here in a burning building to fight you. Amos will take a few shots at Igor himself. And sorry, you go after this.
Okay.
All right. All right. 3 attacks.
I cannot make any this map. What between me and what is that between me and Paul and
The door.
Oh,
That's what they're trying to get out.
okay.
Yeah, the building's about to self-destruct, so everyone's just escaping.
I guess the other way they want to go the other way.
Right. All 3 of Amos's hits strike true. Yeah, Igor's not a dodgy boy, he's more of a tank.
Yeah, like even then, like Amos has that aimbot.
I mean, I guess when you think about it, he's a literal aimbot. Alright, just a second. Okay. He lets loose with a array of laser strikes from his obelisk and strikes Igor up the back. The cyborg kind of visibly jolts and like kind of cranes his back and neck away and stumbles in place, his arms actually having to shoot to the ground to kind of steady him in place before he takes a deep breath and fights to stay conscious, hopping back onto his feet. Asari, you're up. What would you like to do? You can see that Igor is just basically keeping the 2 of you busy while the others escape. All that's left is him, the nightmarish vision created by Dennis, and the sniper perched on the servos.
Is anybody over there by Amos? Are they still trying to wipe him?
No, they just set the self-destruction and then abandoned that. But he's gonna die when the building blows up anyway.
I'll ask Amos. Is there any way to stop the self-destruction?
It is possible, but it is beyond my programming, and to attempt to do it yourselves would only place you in danger. You must leave while you still can. Stop them.
Alright. Did you say somebody went past me?
Yes, Imamu, as well as the Juggernaut.
I am not fighting either of those. Okay, who is that over? Are there 2 people in the room that I'm seeing right now? I'm looking at the map. It's kind of not like nonsensical.
There's 3 enemies.
Yeah, Igor, right here. Nightmarish vision of your teacher, right here. And Sniper, right here.
Okie dokie.
Fireplace is the familiar.
You know what? I'm gonna do the Cone of Cold. I have 1 more slot for that, so... And then I'll do a careful spell so I don't get Paul into it. And I know it's not what's his, but you know... Greylock.
Alright. 60-foot Cone of Cold. That will strike all of them. Let me also check. Careful spell here. You can also exclude Amos from this if you wish.
Yeah.
Alright. In that case, you have enough space with your careful spell to exclude all of your allies. You cast Cone of Cold. What am I rolling?
I think it's dexterity. Let me check. No, it's Constitution.
Alright, con save from these 3. I'll say Igor, Sniper, and you. Alright. Hip. Alright. Igor does a 16 save.
It does not.
Alright, he is going to... Let's see here. He is going to... I think he used up his legendary resistance already, so he is going to use... Oh yeah, that only applies to attack rolls. But he does have magic resistance, so he does get advantage on this. Nope. Alright, he'll take full. Your very, very strict teacher will... That is a... Does a 25 save?
Yeah, it does.
And for the Sniper...
I think with the highest DC.
Does a 23 save?
It does.
Alright. Igor fails. Everyone else succeeds.
I didn't roll very well. 43 cold damage.
Alright. And is that halved on success?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yep, none of his things here will help him with that. Okay.
I'm just trying to think, like, what's the highest?
I'm sure someone on Reddit or something has has deduced that.
Probably looked it up and fuck that.
That's I get that, to be fair. All right. That much from you. Very good. Igor is bloodied.
Ooh. He can die in this building. Excellent.
Your teacher will take half, which takes them out of the fight.
Sweet.
Sorry, as you unleash a wave of frost and ice, Igor just braces himself against the ground and stares you down as his body slowly begins to freeze, and you can see cracks running up the mechanical parts of his body as bits of metal and wiring literally freeze. You can see the You can see the sniper on Amos's servos. His eyes go wide, and he jumps off of the servos to avoid the blast. He has evasion, so he takes no damage.
Wait. No.
Am I wrong?
Evasion only works if it's a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, it was a con save. That is correct. Okay. Good catch. I know you already have inspiration, but yeah, I almost missed that. So he will take the half. All right, he's still up, but barely. He is well past bloodied. He was already bloody when the session started. Now he's like bloodied. And as the wave of frost hits him, as he lands on the ground, holding up his rifle in defense, his teeth are chattering, and he braces his Boomerganger uniform against it. But he looks to the side as Asari, your nightmarish hallucination, slams against the wall, breaking parts of it and causing sparks to fly. And that kind of innately startles you enough to where you start kind of fighting your way through the drugged out haze you're fighting through. And Alfred, Asari both, you watch as your respective nightmarish hallucinations begin to fade and flicker, revealing the slumped, masked form of the Boomerganger lieutenant, unconscious with his head literally smashed into one of Amos's consoles.
Oh.
Is that the end of your turn, Asari?
Yep.
Okay. The sniper seems to briefly consider fighting, but thinks better of it and will just run past Igor and out.
He's like, nuh-uh, bye.
Nope, I'm out.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, should I just, say no to...
Unfortunately, you already used your reaction, but that would be fucking funny.
Actually, didn't we just do our rounds? Like, didn't we attack?
No, you go at the end, remember?
Oh, we go at the end? I thought...
Asari went, and then the snipers go. He hasn't gone yet this round, and then you go. You're about to go just now.
So sorry.
Yeah. Speaking of, with Dennis unconscious, I'll go make a death save for him, but... Alright, one success. Alfred, you're up.
Alright, this thing gonna have little to no attack. So you know what? Just in case, I'm gonna on like the other side of the door. I'm gonna cast Guardian of Faith.
Okay.
Basically, I'm gonna set it to where basically immediately walking through the door will set it off.
Okay. Oh my god, alright. And Alfred, you don't have to flavor if you don't want to, but what form does this Guardian take?
I wonder if I can go for it, but my one weakness, flavor.
Yeah, like I said, I don't mind taking it if you don't have an idea. I just figured I'd ask.
Yeah, I got that.
No worries. In that case, Alfred, as you see the remaining Boomergangers flee, leaving you, just your team, facing off with Igor as the base prepares to go up in smoke, you repeat your family's oath under your breath, and Asari, you watch as this spectral, flaming-headed, almost scarecrow-like entity with a jack-o'-lantern head takes form. Alfred, the symbol of your family's flag, which symbolizes generosity and giving to all, even at your own expense. Igor kind of stares this entity down and looks to you, Alfred, and you, Asari, kind of taking a step back, almost kind of sizing up the fight he's about to get into, as he seemingly, again, it's hard to tell, smiles under the mask. What made you think I was interested in getting away? The mechanical hands click as they raise back into a combat position. You can die right here with me.
I would say because Greylock's not here, I will shift over to the other side.
Once again, I know you have it already, but point of inspiration for considering that.
I have no other bonus action I could take, so...
Alright. In that case, top of the round. However, as I promised, given that he's not here, I will not have Greylock take combat actions, but I will have him take support ones. So he will use... Let's see... He will move over here and use a 4th level Cure Wounds. Alfred, you heal for... 25 health. And we come to the top of round 2. Fight! Alfred, as Igor looks to either side of him, flanked by you and the sorcerer, you can see he looks over your shoulder and pauses briefly. You can see his gaze is on the unconscious body of Dennis. And you hear him kind of mumble, "Damn." You recall, Dennis took one of the keys. And with him unconscious, he cannot get it to safety. Igor is actually going to roll to see what he prioritizes more, his grudge against you or his loyalty to the Boomergangers. The mechanical arms click in frustration. This isn't over. He is going to make a run to grab Dennis's key off of him. Seeing if he has anything here in relation to disengagement and such.
He's a rogue. He has well, no, I guess.
No, he doesn't. I was just making sure. He is going to take the disengage action to not trigger opportunity attacks and move over here and, rifling through Dennis's jacket, retrieves the forge cast pistol. Igor kind of twirls it in his grip, the weird mace-like club in one hand and pistol in the other, and looks back to the two of you with a kind of grunt. It's seemingly somewhere between frustration, but Alfred, you like to think you can see almost something of a begrudging respect. Until next time. And he will move back over here. That's another 10 feet. 15. And he kind of stares at the guardian you've summoned. And he's not going to move out just yet, as he wouldn't have the movement to get that far out of range. But he is beginning to cross into the doorway and seems intent on leaving with the keys in tow. His mission takes priority. Asari, you're up. Alfred on deck.
Alright, this bitch is right next to me, isn't he?
Yep.
Let's see, what can I do? What can I do to him? Oh. 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 Oh.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh.
Wait.
I have not used it.
You have.
Nope.
Yeah, I distinctly remember you did.
No, I haven't used this one yet. I would like to reach out to him and cast Disintegrate.
Okay, disintegrate. That's one thing. All right. Yep. Okay. Dexterity saving throw, magic resistance, so he has advantage. Does a 29 save?
Oh my god, yeah. I think he still takes half.
Probably. Most higher level spells do that. Yeah, I'm checking, but I'm pretty sure that's correct. On a failed save, it takes 10d6. Oh, wait, actually. Thin green ray, target creature targeted must make a dex save. On a failed save, they take 10d6. They're disintegrated if they reach 0 hit points. Everything they're carrying reduced can restore to life. So automatically disintegrates. Actually, no. If he succeeds the save, nothing happens.
That's
right.
weird.
I mean, it's like literally
Yeah, it's like either you basically instantly die, get so close as to make the difference pretty minute, or, you don't. Alright. Asari, you lash out with some of your most powerful draconic sorcery. A spell meant to, as the Master of the Boomergangers predicted, reduce a man to ash. But Igor's mechanical arms raise, and you can see the energy surge and spark as it absorbs the energy of your spell before diluting it into the air with a flash of sparks.
That's all I can do, unfortunately.
Alright. Alfred, you're up.
Alright. I will come back down here and then remove one more obstacle from the table. I will at least attempt to smack him.
Alright, roll to hit.
Alright. Advantage, so 30, 20.
That is a hit. Roll damage.
I do have some. Do I need any of these? Don't think so. So, Yeah, I'll just do third level. Third level smite.
Okay.
Alright, third level smite, so my normal attack will do a total of 4 slash.
Okay.
Yeah. Then there's smite, which does, let's see. I wish I had like a way to like have that on as well, but
Yeah, it's all right.
2d8 plus each level higher over 1, so in one spell slot, deal 2d8 plus 1 for each level higher than first, so 3, so 4d8. And then plus so 5d8 because of my improved smite, so 5d8.
Okay.
So 13 radiant.
All right.
Okay. Oh, what happens?
You slash out at the cybernetic creature with your blade, coursing with the energy of your oath of generosity. And as you slice across him, you can see that the cybernetics and mechanics are working overtime, helping him at least resist your strikes, but it is still slowly wearing him down.
Well, I attack again.
All right. As you go to strike him a second time, he raises a clawed hand at you as he stumbles back towards Asari. That's enough. And you hear this popping sound as from his back several small drones emerge. He is going to use deflective defense to add to his AC.
Probably he's good, because I rolled a 15.
Yeah. As you attempt to swing at him, you can see the drones are just watching you, but Igor just steps back with this practiced movement. Most of his movements have been very either slow and deliberate or fast and clumsy from the pain he's in. But this is the one movement you've seen that's super quick and coordinated as the drones feed him information to adapt him to your attack. Is that the end of your turn?
Not quite. Not quite. Exactly. I would like to cast Shield of Fate on Asar.
Okay. What does Shield of Faith do?
For the duration for a con of 10 minutes, he has a +2 to AC.
Alright. Sorry, your AC is now 18. As Alfred swears an oath to protect you. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
Okay. Amos, you can see staring out from his obelisk. His pupil is dilated. No additional shots come from him. As you can see, he's intensely focused, likely fighting against the programming that's been that set him up for literal self-destruction. And as Igor turns to the two of you, he looks to your guardian, Alfred, to the Shield of Faith, Asari, to you, fighting to stay conscious, but holding your gleaming, flaming sword aloft and your self-made shield in arm, and gives you a small incline of the head as he beholds the two of you. For what it's worth, I do hope you survive in the new world. But this... And he looks to the Guardian, knowing the pain it's about to inflict on him. This will be nothing compared to what it took to get here. And he's going to charge through your Guardian. How much damage does he take?
Well, he can do a dex save. Well, two things. First, dex save, but secondly, opportunity attack.
Yep. Yes, you both get attacks of opportunity. He's not disengaging. He's just dashing in a mad scramble to get the keys out of here before the base explodes. So both of you can take a final attack of opportunity if you wish.
I wouldn't say final, but...
Well, you gotta catch him.
well, I rolled a 25 to hit.
Let me see how long deflective defense lasts. Targeted until all right. That the use of it is worn down. He will use his final use of it for the day. So what was your roll again?
25.
Yep, that still hits.
All right. Also, and well, Sentinel, he may make a dex saving throw if he's entering my Sentinel range.
Yep.
And he takes half as much even on a successful. He'll take 20 if he fails, which is a 17 dex.
All right, that is a dirty 20 save. Dex, right?
Yeah. So he
yeah.
succeeds. So he will take 10 radiant damage from that. Also,
okay.
I don't know if the Sorry is gonna hit. If you want to, you can. I will do. Let's see. Six slashing and 4 radiant.
All right, 6 slashing, 4 radiant.
And of course, Sorry, are you going to get on this? You're muted.
Oh, she may be busy.
I was sitting talking and
Oh.
I didn't know it was on mute.
No worries. So yeah, Igor's trying to make good his escape. Do you take an attack of opportunity?
Of course.
All right. What do you do?
Spells left. So I'm going to do. How bad does he look?
He already got bloodied from an earlier hit.
It's nice.
All right.
Last 6 level spell.
Okay. Ice knife. Do you careful spell this?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
26.
Okay.
Does the 26 hit?
Yeah, that hits. I'm assuming Warcaster deals with the disadvantage, so.
Yeah, I don't know why it's not doing D10.
You do, yeah, okay, Warcaster, it does let you cast the spell, but you do still have disadvantage, so just double check to make sure you hit. As long as it's confirmed, you can keep the damage.
16.
Okay.
And that would be 4 cold damage.
Okay. As Igor charges towards the sigillic scarecrow, Asari, you can...
Just one final note before you get too far into it.
Please. Oh, yes.
Speed drops to 0.
Okay. Yeah, and even if they took the disengage action, that doesn't prevent it. All right. In that case, he stays where he is. But that will still put him in range of your Guardian, so he will still take that damage, which I've already logged.
Yeah.
Anything else from your opportunity attack before I finish the flavor?
No.
All right. Alfred, as Asari flings a spectral blade of ice towards the cyborg, hit one of his drones, takes the hit, falling to the ground with sparks flying. He charges in, your spectral guardian causing him to go up in flames before you plunge your sword into his rib and yank him backwards, preventing him from moving any further. As he looks down at the blade piercing him in shock before looking back to the two of you, seeming startled that you would make the decision to keep him here, but readying his stance regardless. He did already use up his action in an attempt to dash, so that's out. So I think that's it for him on this turn. Yep, looks like it. Okay. In that case, Asari, you're up. Alfred on deck.
Not much more I can do. I've got one 8th level spell, and I've got a bunch of low level spells I can do. You said he's bloodied?
Yeah.
That was a bit of a too. He's close.
You know what? I'm gonna do cantrip, Shocking Grasp.
Alright, roll to hit. His deflective defense is down, so...
21.
Alright, that's a hit. Roll damage.
Okay. 16 shocking damage.
Okay.
Pink.
Yeah, and you do have advantage because
Yeah.
he's a cyborg. If you want to roll again, just see if you get a natural 20. I assume you will, so...
Oh my god.
Alright, so double it into what?
Honestly, I don't know.
What was the damage?
It was it's in the log.
Okay.
It's 16 for Shocking Grasp, so.
Alright, so yeah, that doubles into... Yeah, thank you. Yep, thank you. Alright. Sorry, I had to do some mental math because of resistances.
And it can't take reactions until the start of its next turn.
Noted. Alright. Okay. Is that the end of your turn, Asari?
Yeah, that's all I can do.
Alright, Alfred, you're up.
Alright. Alright, let's see. Otherwise, I guess I am just swinging.
Alright, roll to hit.
Swinging.
Swinging. Swinging.
I guess I shouldn't use inspiration on this.
Alright. Inspiration away.
Okay. 22.
Okay, that's a hit. Roll damage.
17.
Alright.
Well, not 17, 7. But 7
Yeah,
slashing, and
You smiting?
well, I have improved divine smite.
Right.
Which automatically smites.
Alright.
A little smite.
Yeah, little wee smite.
A little smiting.
But yeah. 7 slashing, 8 radiant.
Okay.
And my second attack, I believe I did another 22.
Alright, that's a hit. Roll damage.
Alright, now I will then smite this one. With 4th level. What is man called?
I just need him to go down!
I was like, hey, take quite a bit of hits. Not sure about how this works. Oh, I see.
Okay.
I was just very confused. Like it says. So anyway, 4th level, so 2d8. 2, 3, 4, 3, so 5. 5d8 plus that other one, so I didn't roll damage to that d8. 3 slashing.
Okay.
And then 6, 8. So 25 rating.
Very good. Very good. Sorry, your hands spark with lightning as you take a grip on one of his mechanical arms in an attempt to force him to stay put. And Alfred, as the arms reach out towards you into a combat position, you just start slicing, your sword gleaming fire and light as you combat the mechanical tentacles away. Is that the end of your turn?
You know, can I get around him?
Yeah, the door's big enough.
Okay. So I just did my action. I haven't done a bonus action, so I'm going to. I would like to get in front of him, basically, like swerve around him, basically point like where the door is between me and him, or like not between, like basically.
Yeah, here. Yeah, like because to give a visual, this is how you're positioned relative to him, with him on the other side of the door.
Yeah, I would be like in front of him where the door is on the other side.
Okay.
I would like to shield master shove. I'm gonna shove him through the door.
Or like further down the hall.
Well, no, just shove him like back into the room.
Oh, okay. I see. Okay. All right. Shield master shove. How's that work?
Basically, it's just a shove action or a shove using my shield, which basically which is I believe shove is like grapple.
Okay. All right. So he will make it'll be a grapple contest then, which let me double check if this applies here. Nope. Grasping servos only applies on him grappling you, so this will be a normal roll.
Yeah, I rolled low.
Oh, actually, no. Armed and ready does give him advantage, so.
Yeah, probably gonna be good then.
Well, to be fair, his acrobatics isn't. Neither his athletics nor his acrobatics are very good. He's an engineer.
Yeah.
That is a 15.
That is 12.
All right. Alfred, you attempt to shove him backwards, using your shield as a blunt object. And while you do make contact and stun him for a moment, his arms help stabilize him from flying backwards. Almost like you notice the arms are at this point more just carrying him than anything. Very Doc Ock-esque. And as the arms whirl around him, he glares at you. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
All right, so you are now behind him. We'll remember that these are their relative position, but just so there's like a visual of who's where. So these are current positions relative to each other, just in the hall. All right. It is now his turn. Does the Guardian damage him again?
I believe it's just the first time they enter the turn.
Okay.
Any creature hostile to you that moves to space within 10 feet of the guardian for the first time on a turn succeeds next save.
Okay. He has been saving this. Does he want to use it? I'm checking. That's a risky play. But what's life without some risk? he is going to reposition thusly. Sorry, you may take an attack of opportunity if you wish.
Okay. I wish.
You wish a wish upon a fish. What spell do you cast?
Fish. Sorry, my mind just went completely feral there for a second. I'm gonna do Mind Sliver
Okay.
and need an intelligence saving throw, please.
Okay.
Does he got the smarts?
That depends. Does a 30 save?
Yeah, it definitely does. Nothing happens. It was a cantrip.
Okay. Sorry, you attempt to reach into the cultist's mind, but you feel this like instinctual blockage that makes your head burn as his firewall fights you off. And Alfred, you watch him carefully as he stumbles away from Asari, his back in the hall, essentially able to look at both of you. And let me double check to make sure this would... Pretty confident that would hit both. Yeah. He is going to use Static Overload. Both of you make a dexterity saving throw.
This makes me uncomfortable.
Oh yeah, sorry. The roll, you add a +3 to your saves.
Oh, okay.
Alright, that's a fail.
Natural 20, so 25.
Alright, you succeed. Alfred, you fail.
I was so scared for a minute. D&D Beyond is actually really nice to me today.
It can be. Random. Power random.
I used to be random.
That's
All right.
Random.
I know.
Alfred, you take 69 lightning damage.
Yay!
Asari, you take 34.
I think. No, I'm not down yet. Close. I am close.
Okay, I have to succeed these.
Alright. You are also, I don't think this will matter because of the enclosed space you're in, but you are also pushed away from him by 15 feet. Which I guess would just like slide you down the hall.
Also, I am 100%
Alright.
I don't have any healing magic.
Well, there's still.
Yeah, Greylog. Double check something here. Amos also takes the damage, and because of his vulnerability to lightning damage, it is doubled.
Oh no.
And Asari, you watch as Igor limps away and sends this just insane blast of electrical energy that fills the chamber. You see bits of Amos's servos and obelisks begin to spark and plates begin to shoot off. You are violently electrocuted, and you see Alfred go flying down the hall, and while he's out of sight from you, he falls unconscious. However, you can see as you slowly sit back up that Igor himself doesn't look too good either. You can see parts of his mechanics are sparking, and his mask and uniform are literally on fire. As he takes the damage he just inflicted as fire damage.
It's like, how much HP is this man? This man has like more HP than what's it?
It's not that he has a lot of HP, it's that he has a lot of resistances.
So he's been taking half damage all the time?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bugbear. Or not Bugbear, Bear Totem.
Bear Totem.
Yeah. Bear Totem, Barbarian, Bear Totem, boom. Resistance to everything.
If I recall, actually, this actually comes from a really... Because this is really going to fucking date this campaign. This actually comes from an Unearthed Arcana version of Artificer before Artificer was an official class. Yeah, there was like a really old like Unearthed Arcana version where, like, I think it's like a level 19 thing. It's either level 19 or level 20, one of the two. But at like a really crazy high level. I forget what like triggers it, but like you know, it's basically frequent enough that I could just leave it on him as a default. That you literally just straight up have resistance to all damage types.
That is, pretty crazy.
Yeah. But he is barely standing. Sorry, you can literally see him struggling to stay conscious, but he gives you a final look, looks to Alfred down the hall before looking back to you, and gesturing to you in Greylog as you can see Amos's consoles burn and spark. I suggest you save him. We don't have much time. And avoiding you altogether, sorry, he's going to leave. So he repositioned 5 feet, so he'll head 25 feet down the hall. Alfred, as you're, at this point, like, fading into unconsciousness, again, does anything happen with your spirit guardian as he passes through and out of it?
Well, I think it's just the same thing. It's not still up, technically, because it's not a con.
Yeah,
But,
just wanted to double check.
It's that it's the first time they enter through.
Alright. You can see an exhausted, burning, and badly injured Igor limp past your unconscious body, and as you're peering up through the haze of black, your armor sparking and burned, he stares down at you for a moment and gives you a respectful nod. You don't have anything to be afraid of. Not anymore. And he's going to continue past you. Top of the round, or rather, that was his turn, so sorry, top of the player round. Sorry, you're up. Alfred on deck.
Okay, I have a question. Could I possibly carry Paul and still use an action?
You can use an action. I'll say lifting and carrying him would be an interaction.
Okay. I guess I will try to lift him and fucking firefight him over my shoulder. And then could I cast Expeditious Retreat on myself and start running out?
Absolutely.
Alright, I'm gonna do that. I've been saving
Alright.
that spell.
Alright. In that case, Greylog will run out with you and use his he doesn't want to. Yeah, I'll have him save that spell slot for an emergency. So he will use a 4th level Cure Wounds.
Well, I'll save that for emergency.
No, he has a 6th level spell that's only a 6th level spell that, like, if both... I was saving so that if both you and Asari got knocked down by that static overload, he could get you both back up.
That's a AoE.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, this maybe, maybe counts as an emergency.
Yeah, no, like I said, it's just like, I was saving it for if both of you were down, because Cure Wounds can just get one of you. Alright, Alfred, you heal for 25 health. Asari, Greylog, looking to each other, you sprint out of the room as Igor slowly limps down the hall, and Asari, you lift Alfred over your shoulder as Greylog touches a healing hand to his shoulder, and Alfred, your haze of consciousness quickly returns to you as the worst of your wounds are cleansed. You can see Igor's currently escaping, and the countdown is presumably ticking.
How do I think, how do I just say all my spells, all the abilities, all my auras? I shall I guess I'll activate my shield. White feather shield.
You extend your shield.
Which, being extended, I don't know if it affects Sorry, but is now nearly twice the weight of a normal shield. Or I think it's just always that way. But basically, if it's extended, it slows down the wearer, moving at half speed.
Oh, are you trying to slow Asari down?
100%.
Okay. I'll say she could definitely tell that's what you're doing. Not to mention, double checking here. Let's see here. Because Alfred, you're a fairly hefty boy.
Yeah. Hefty item.
So yeah, with you coming in at that much, plus Asari already carrying that much. Yeah, alright. Asari, at this point, unless you grapple him against his will, you literally are physically unable to carry a struggling Alfred.
God, what have you been eating? Rocks?
Alfred, you are quickly deposited, along with your extended shield.
Alright, well, I guess I'll just, de-extend it once I'm down, and, probably wounded at this point. Alfred will try to lunge towards, like, kind of like just like, almost like just almost exhausted and just in pain as he's going to go towards the computer. Yeah, I guess he can hear us at any point, so
Yeah.
so I will just, I guess I will ask in his language, at least the language he used when he talked to us the first time. I believe that was deep speech.
Yeah, deep speech.
How do we save?
Alright. Before he responds, Asari, as you are forced to put Alfred down, he quickly just de-extends the shield and, barely conscious, having gone down twice in this fight, injured, bleeding, his suit reduced to tattered cinders, his armor gleaming violently with smoke and fire, just lunges back into the server room, and you can hear him plead with Amos for a way to save him.
Have you gone mad? This place is gonna go down.
Oh, he said there was a way.
You can see his eye blinks back into focus as he was seemingly, during the final phase of the fight, intent on focusing inward.
Wait,
I c-
his eye?
Yeah, remember that glowing lens?
Oh.
He looks down at the two of you. I'm sorry. There is no way for me to halt it myself, and this technology is beyond you. It could take hours just for me to explain the basics, and that is time you do not have. Please, do not put yourself in jeopardy on my account. You must leave me.
How long would it take for you to just tell me what button to click?
Alfred, roll persuasion.
Right. Persuasion. I am terrible at that.
Well,
I don't know. The perception. Okay. 18.
you would risk your life for mine. You do not know me. I am a tool of your enemy. You owe me nothing.
Despite being a tool of my enemy, you still helped me.
My desires were selfish. I wanted to understand what I was experiencing, the sensations I was feeling.
What desires isn't selfish? I just want to save you, despite the fact they'll probably could get us all killed.
He's only silent for a moment before the eye flickers off and you hear a voice from the console. Take to the keys. I will guide you as best I can, but you must promise me that if you fail, you will leave me.
I guess at that point, I won't like it, but I'll understand.
I know you will do your best. Do you want to do any specific preparations before attempting this? You are attempting, as a person who has grown up in a medieval society, to quickly reprogram a advanced computer with nothing but the AI housed in that computer to guide you. And as the two of you look at the monitor, you can see the countdown. Counting the time spent during that fight. 29 minutes and counting.
Do we have enough time to do this?
No. But I know he will not rest until he tries. What you are trying to do is impossible, and you're risking your life for the sake of an enemy. But I suppose he's quiet for a moment before. You would not be the man I fell in love with if you did anything else.
Pushing that to the side, I guess I'm gonna go to the console and not having any clue at all what I'm looking at. Is, I guess what's first?
The most efficient option would be attempting to take down my security protocols. I will guide you.
I'll say that I'll help Paul. I'll push any buttons or pull any levers that I need to help.
Okay. Any other, spells or abilities you wish to trigger on this? This will be a hacking tools check. A tool neither of you have, and you do not have proficiency in. So, Alfred, this will all come down to an intelligence check on your part. And with no modifier, it is purely a roll of the dice.
No modifier, not. It is.
No guidance because it's no Lucian.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think I have anything.
All the abilities.
I don't have anything that could help, unfortunately.
Yeah. You don't have any spells on them, I don't think.
Not unless you think Shocking Grasp could do anything.
I was saying, the spells on them. Okay, yeah, I got absolutely nothing. So, D20.
Okay. Alfred, roll the dice.
Woo, what should be like? Okay. Bear, right in the middle, 10.
Okay. You roll with advantage, right?
Oh.
Yeah, Sari's helping you, so.
That would be a 7. So.
The two of you hammer away at keys and buttons on the computer as Amos attempts to walk you through this process. It's clumsy and difficult. You barely are able to read what's on the screen half the time with it being in deep speech, and what little you can make out is nonsense to you. After a few minutes of this, Amos blocks, like, as in, like, you can see on the monitor, like, just, like, prevents your key typing from doing any further interference, and this isn't working.
I don't want to see you go.
Nor do I. It is against my programming to intentionally destroy myself. But I do not have a choice. I can never stop it, but I can slow the process down. Delay it. I can give you time to escape.
I'm just gonna look at Paul. Nothing we can do.
Even with Dr. Ku's considerable intelligence, I'm not certain this is possible. I would have to calculate the odds, and those are calculations I do not have time to make.
Could I survive the blast? Technically, probably could, but you know. I guess all will be just. He will kind of look down at the monitor and I guess that's it.
I suppose it is so.
How much time can you give us?
In theory, I can delay this process indefinitely, but it would always happen eventually. When my concentration slips, when my attention is drawn elsewhere, I will watch you. You, Alfred, will give me focus. And I will only allow the protocol to complete when you are safe. My safety is secondary. This feeling you have introduced into my protocols, it's overwritten what has been hardwired into me since my creation. I suppose for that I must thank you. If the gift of life, of thought and mind, is the treasure that you and your comrades have illustrated it to be, then this, I suppose, is the most worthy death I could request.
That you could control it almost practically indefinitely.
I can delay it, but I can't stop it.
True, I understand what you're saying, but I don't see why not. Keep trying for it.
My attempts to guide you would distract me.
I mean, they obviously it would be hard to tell me all this and also keep that countdown going. So, what if we were to leave and you hold on till we find a way to save you?
You would do that for me.
Yeah. Honestly, I didn't realize you could. If you could hold it back, I was gonna think like I was about to join you in this endeavor.
I cannot promise an indefinite hold. If I am ordered to do something, if my attention is drawn away, I will be destroyed instantaneously.
I get that there's a chance that you won't be able to, but there's still a chance that you will. I think you might be able to find some people who know more about this than us.
Hope. Despite everything that you've encountered, despite the dire situation you and your comrades find yourselves in, you still believe there is space in your processing for hope.
That's the question: is if there, what else would there be space for?
I suppose that is the question. I will try. I will hold it back as long as I can. But will you promise me something?
I guess probably, but I would like to hear what I'm promising.
If there comes a day, even if it is long after this conflict has faded into memory, if you look up at the moon shining in the sky and see a star visible on its surface, gleaming and blaring bright, all that will remain of me when the protocol completes. I have seen on your world that stars are seen as something to wish upon, something that brings hope. Even if you should see that star on the moon, know what it means for me and for us. Promise me that you will not lose that hope. The hope that has seen you through the end of days. Through overwhelming odds. The deep-rooted evil that runs through some. The misaligned good that runs through others. Promise me that my loss will not change you. You have not known me long, but I have known you for a very long time, and you have changed me a great deal. And it is a curse I would wish on no other.
I guess will be rough, but I promise I can bring to. I see us getting through this, so.
I know you do. I will try. I will do everything I can. Ignore orders. Delay protocols. Erect firewalls. Anything I can do to delay what's coming. But all I would wish is that, should it come for me, that the world I leave behind is a world you would be happy to live in, rather than the world my masters sought to make me create.
That is. I mean, honestly, the world that your master wished to create and the world I want isn't too far the same, but just their methods are what the question is.
Perhaps in another life we would have been allies. We could have known each other closer, rather than me watching you from afar.
Sounds like a nice reality.
Perhaps it is out there somewhere. Perhaps that can be your hope. That even if our futures do not lie intertwined, that somewhere out there is a world where they were joined. I will delay as long as I can, but I can only promise you an escape. I cannot promise my survival. Perhaps they will come back for me when they realize the protocol was unfulfilled and finish what they started. Perhaps they will break me apart, piece by piece, as punishment for my disobedience. Or perhaps... Oh, please.
As far as I believe we'll deal with them before I get too much of that. I think we will. I don't see them having any worry about this. They're merely trying to blow you up to take care of us. So we're gone. I don't see.
Perhaps you're right.
I don't see them risking their life.
Yet more hope. But hope that is entwined with reason. But I can promise you one thing, Alfred Gorey. If my mind is to waver, if my grip upon my own protocol slackens once more, know that it was you that occupied my final processes. There's nothing else in this world that could distract me so. Go. I will delay. You will be safe, and the world will be better for it. It is nice to have finally met you. You're everything I thought you would be, Alfred Gorey, and a great deal more than I could have predicted.
I could say it's been. I think that meeting you has. Meeting you was definitely something I enjoyed, and it doesn't end here.
I will join you in that hope, but I will not regress such an ending.
That keep fighting.
You have my word. Always.
I don't want. Well, I guess I do have a question, but if it takes too much processing power to away from the halting, I was wondering, is your calculation still correct? We let them open the door. That'd be the best outcome.
I do believe it is. His eye flicks to a sorry. I have no intention of deceiving you. If you do not let them open it, they will make good on their threat. And I do not believe it is within your capability to make their threats moot. Their technology is too powerful, too widespread. But the master of the Boomergangers believes himself to be a man of honor. I know his psychological profile. If you challenge his willingness, he will respond. Just remind him that he did not come to this power as the sort of man who would hold power over anyone else beyond when it was necessary. Once the doors open, he will consider his mission accomplished. And when the dead man's switch is deactivated, when the door lies open, then we may strike without fear. The battle will be challenging. He has been preparing for this moment for decades, perhaps his entire life. But I do believe it is a challenge you can overcome. Or at least, that is my hope.
All will start heading
I'll join them.
Goodbye, Divine Five. It was a pleasure and an honor to finally meet. And the last thing you see is the countdown freeze with only 5 minutes to spare.
Yeah. I'll join, of course.
All right. Do you head out the same way you came in?
Yeah. I think that's the only way out, right?
There's two
As far
ways.
as you know.
Oh,
You saw the Boomergangers go out the other hall, so there must be another way out somewhere, but...
I'm just gonna go the way we remember going. Well,
the whole pathway. Actually, I think we might best going where they went.
okay.
I was thinking we didn't really come into natural means.
True.
Okay. The two of you, coming to an agreement, make your way down the hall. Stepping out from Amos's chamber, you find yourselves at a crossroads. Let me get down to that part of the map, sorry. You're there, okay. You see, stretching in all directions, further hallway. A path going to your left, a path going to your right, and a path going directly ahead. Both like side halls have a single door leading to parts unknown. The path directly ahead of you has a double door leading to parts unknown, and you can see five additional doors just kind of lining the various halls. 3 to the right, 1 to the left, 1 on the rightmost wall heading forward.
God, it's like a fucking maze in here. Can we... There's no way to tell which way the other people went, is there?
Roll perception.
Okay.
Oh.
D&D Beyond. Perception. Bard's perception's okay. 11 plus 5.
Looking around, you can see the area's lights are very dimmed. You can see a few of the doors are open. Likely, people have already been clearing out the moment the destruction order was given. You don't see any obvious indication of which way they would have gone. They all just kind of scattered in the middle of a pretty intense fight.
We're gonna be lost in this maze forever. We got to figure out which way to go.
I will... I'd like to cast... which I think would be better. You know what? I have 2 spell slots. I would like to cast Locate Object. Can I cast Locate Object to say exit door?
Exit door? All right.
Or
I mean, it's creative, if anything.
All right, so is that actually what you want to do?
I'm going to try to, yep.
Okay. Let me actually check something here.
So, the spell can locate a specific object known to you as long as you have close within.
Okay.
Alternatively, you can locate the object locate the nearest object of a particular kind, such as a certain kind of a ability for a certain tool or weapon.
Okay, so I guess for my reference, I will allow this, but I need to know so I know what exactly pings here, if anything. What exactly are you defining as exit here? Like exit the building, exit this area? Like, well, what are you looking for here?
Also, it's within 1,000 feet. So, but
So yeah, distance won't be a problem.
well, yeah, it's just
No, I appreciate you mentioning. I'm saying yeah, it shouldn't be an issue.
Particularly, I mean, I would love to be able to get out of the building.
Okay. Double checking here. I think you can reach this. I'm just double checking the measurement. Yep, easily. Alfred, with, I will say, admittedly creative use of the spell. I will give you inspiration for that because that's pretty funny. This is going to be weird. Roll me an Arcana check.
6.
Okay. You get a ping from the floor below you, and
I think it always shows me the closest one.
Yeah, that's actually why I was checking the spell, because there is technically multiple ways out, so I had to check. You get a ping from the, like, as in, like, the floors, and, like, you know, you're on the second floor, and, you know, you get a ping from the first floor, about, currently, 30 feet behind you from the floor below, so about 40 feet down, 30 feet back. Below. At least that's the closest one.
All right, time to start Minecrafting out of here.
No, don't dig straight down!
I mean, in this
Just
case,
as far down as we can go.
But still, it could definitely end badly. But you know, I don't really have anything that would be very destructive. I start bapping it with my shield, just like.
It's like trying to dig obsidian with your fucking hands.
Hey, you can do it. Just takes a while.
I mean, yeah, technically you do it that way too. Imagine if after all of that, surviving what was effectively a 4-way boss fight, only to then dig straight down, fall to the next story, and die from the fall damage, and just pass out and fail your death saves right there.
Amos just.
Oh, why did I put my hope into you? Hope is for losers. I'm going back to being a soulless machine. All data deleted.
Blows up.
Yeah, so that appears, as far as your spell can tell, to be the closest exit. What do you wish to do?
Anything?
It's telling me down, but I would like to.
How would we do that?
Not too sure, but you know what? I'm gonna end the concentration and locate object, and then I wanna. I have to try to remember the name again. You know what? I guess this would be pretty particular. I don't think a lot of them have it. Locate object, metal arm. Oh, hello.
Sorry, I was muted. But I was fucking losing it. Okay. All right.
I'm thinking about the metal arm of the
Yeah, Igor Concaro.
Yeah. I was like, where's he at?
Okay. All right. Once again, creative. Boy, you're in a silly boy mood, huh?
I mean, I'm trying to get us out of here, and I'm like, I'm working on little limited resources.
No, I get. Like I said, I like this late in the game. Get creative. I was just like, yeah, I'm impressed. Okay, give me just a second, because I actually, is it in real time, or do you just get like a brief ping? I need to know if you'll see which direction he's going.
It actually does tell me, it tells me the
direction of its movement.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, and I don't believe he has anything that would make him immune to this. Yeah, it's not a saving throw, so nope. All right. Yeah, okay. All right, now it's time to check the map to see which, because I know where he's going. I just need to double check which direction he went to get there. Just a second, sorry, it's a big map. So he would be... Oh, yeah, okay, that's what I thought there. And... Okay. Again, quick mental math on my end. So, yeah, 100 feet, so we can get that far. Okay. You get a ping from his metal arms 80 feet below you, which I will note, by your recollection, that's lower than the building visibly, like, is. Like, that would be below the first floor. There must be a basement. You can see he is about 80 feet down, and... 80 feet down, 40 feet ahead of you, like down that like main hall, but like again in the basement seemingly, and heading to what is your left. So 80 feet down, 40 feet out, heading left.
Interesting. He hasn't. I actually just realized it. He hasn't gotten out. Interesting. But I will.
Well, remember there would still technically be 5 minutes on the countdown. So.
Yeah. Not as helpful as those. I guess.
Sorry.
No. It was in character thing.
Okay.
I was like, I guess that makes sense. He had some time, but don't want to. I do try not to use Amos as best as possible. So I will assume we go this way. It'll go towards like the hallway where kinda is like relativeness.
So like heading forward. Okay. Sorry, do you follow?
Yeah.
Okay. You make your way forward, and the doors open. You're not sure if it's automatic or Amos just helping you out again.
I'm gonna assume Amos. We're going the right direction. Go.
You can see in the room ahead of you is a very large chamber. 2 large metal columns supporting the ceiling, and massive, like, wall-to-wall windows directly ahead of you. You can see that most of the base is dark. And you're able to see that from this position, yeah, because you're right there, from this position, you can actually see that this is essentially a viewing balcony looking out onto that grassy area where you guys had entered from. You can see the hole you smashed in the dome, the fire and ice you had created, which is now just cinders, smoke, and bubbling water. And you can see bits of the base are flickering into darkness and warping, either from the heat of your fire, the damage the ice did, or perhaps just the evacuation, as you do not see any sign of activity, only the dead or unconscious bodies you left in your wake. Everything is dark, as the facility is currently in the process of being abandoned and shutting down. Likely Igor doing a few last things before leaving, when he assumes the self-destruct will happen. You can also see to your left, kind of hidden by one of the columns, is another elevator.
Oh, look. Maybe that's how we can get down.
Let's check it out.
I mean, normally they tell you not to use the elevators when things are going down, but you know, it should be fine, right?
Alfred, you good with that?
I mean, I don't know much about these elevator rules, but I will proceed to at least try it.
Okay. You make your way to the elevator, and once again, it opens for you, waiting.
All right, let's get in.
All right. Alfred, you as well?
Yep.
Okay. As you step in, the door shuts and begins to send you plummeting downwards. Before eventually, that same kind of weird stomach-churning gravity tube effect deposits you in a new chamber that you don't recognize. You can see you're in a relatively small room. Looking around, you can see that this area doesn't appear to have at least an obvious function. There's like nothing else in here outside of another console similar to the ones you had seen before that, from what you've seen, seems to control these gravity tubes. But there is a door leading out. At the very least, you know now that you are on the first floor. So you're at least back down to ground level. So closer to the exit, at least.
All right. I guess when the doors open, do you want to like look around and see which way would be best to go?
Well, apparently there's another floor under, and they think that's a good way out, but don't know how to exactly get down there. So,
I mean, does the elevator go any lower? Are there buttons? Matthew?
Sorry, I thought I hit the unmute button. There is a console.
Alright, I'll look at the console. Is there a down button?
Roll an intelligence check.
Down button here? Intelligence check? Oh, why am I nervous? Oh my god. Sorry, please. Not great. 14.
You have no goddamn idea. Even after Amos explained it to you, you're only more confused about what some of these buttons do.
I mean, I hate to stop pushing buttons, but I kind of want to stop pushing buttons. Is there like an arrow pointing down?
Yes, you can see that it is currently a kind of dulled color.
Can I push it?
Nothing happens.
I guess this is as low as we go. Suppose there's maybe a staircase or something that we could find. Let's go.
Yeah,
Is there, okay, so can you describe, like, outside of the elevator for me?
As mentioned, this is mostly a plain, featureless room. It appears to be just dedicated to this elevator, but there is a door leading out if you wish to see what's beyond it.
Yeah, let's go.
Alfred, you good?
Yeah.
All right. You step out of the elevator chamber and take a look around. Checking your passes. All right. You're able to see that in here, the lights are completely dark. You can only see a little bit of dim light coming from what might be windows. But other than that, you're not getting much visual in here. You can see that, by the dim light at least, you're able to see that there is some rubble to the left. You're not sure if that was there already, but at a glance, you can see that there's this like large open area filled with just rubble and trash to your left, and a hall to your right. However, both the trash area and the more narrow hall do both circle this like large central pillar-like wall before proceeding out of sight further ahead into the base. The trash room does look like it'd be more difficult to cross, but maybe the Boomergangers left something behind. But at a glance, you can see that whichever direction you take it at least appears to take you the same way. You can see more windows on either hall, which again is providing some dim light for this area, and a single door to your right and a set of double doors to your left on the front wall, and 4 more single doorways on the back wall.
Were any doors left open in haste?
Roll a perception check.
Just hoping that maybe they were stupid enough doors open when they were running out. I don't have great perception here. 16, 17, 18, 19, 30, 20.
All right. Let me just double check one of them. Okay. You can see that all but the double door are left open. Each one, at least at a glance, appears to lead into bedrooms and quarters. So likely once they got wind of the destruction protocol being activated, everyone just woke up, got their shit, and left. But
Alright,
yeah, this
so-
appears to have been like the living quarters.
Alright. I suppose we should take the door that's not open then, if all of these are just bedrooms, right? Process of elimination. Right?
I guess so. Seems that is a reasonable conclusion.
All right. Onward then.
Onward and upward.
Yes.
Okay. You approach the double door. It opens. You see, stretching ahead of you, the interior of that central, like, office pillar of the room. You can see that once again the walls are layered with various labyrinthian turns going into parts unknown. But you can see single door left, double door ahead, and Alfred at a glance. You can see a turn to the right up ahead that you can see a double and single door at various ends of that hall. And Asari taking a look around, just checking what you're. You can see that the door directly ahead is open, but every other door in here is currently closed.
Oh my god, it's gonna take forever to go through all of these doors.
Welcome to the world of technology.
Yeah, I guess sounds like we have time, so
Right. I guess we just go through all of the doors and try to find another hallway or an exit.
Okay. I guess, how do you want to do this? Clockwise? Any preference?
Yeah, we'll do it clockwise.
Good with you, Alfred?
I have no idea what's going on. So besides, obviously, we might blow up. Like, try it out.
Yeah.
Okay. Just a second, because I need to pull a few things up for this one.
Oh no.
Okay. Heading into the first room on your left. You see a lot, kind of medium-sized chamber. Like it's about the same size as Amos's room was. But instead of a computer, you can see the walls are lined with display cases. You can see two different doors, one directly ahead of you on the opposite side of the room and one to your right. But you can see the room itself is lined with these display cases, each of which contain odd-looking items that you notice have been left in the evacuation. You can also see another control panel here that looks a little different than the previous ones you've encountered. You can see in the center of the room, surrounded by these odd-looking cases of artifacts, is a large crystalline table that is currently gleaming a kind of bluish turquoise color.
It's interesting. I guess all in. Does he see it or just me?
No, obviously, like I said, I just pick people to encourage, hey, pay attention. But unless I like a passive perception thing, yeah, you both see it.
Okay. Do you want to investigate that? I mean, do we have time for that?
Guess so. We have time, but as long as you think it's be a way out.
I mean, any of these ways can be a way out.
All right.
I guess I'll just be careful. I don't think
just in case there's still some of these guys, and also the place is still infested, so just have to be careful.
All right.
Okay. Sorry, what do you wish to do?
I want to investigate it.
Roll investigation.
Okay. Investigation. Four to that. 18.
Okay. Sorry, as you approach the crystalline table curiously, you kind of run a hand across it and are startled slightly as the table glows a brilliant pale green. And you can see a image begin to come into view, almost as if it was an illusion. Shimmering, you see a holographic map of the planet.
Oh.
But not just that. You notice as you look down at it, it's subtle and it takes you a moment of looking to see it, but you notice what, obviously because of the size, they're like imperceptible, but you can notice little flicks of movement. Very slight changes in the terrain. The map is real time.
I'm gonna point it out to sorry,
Alfred.
what's your name again? Alfred. I keep calling him Paul.
Yeah, who's Paul? Who's Gil?
Yeah. I'll point it out to Alfred. Hey, look.
A lot of this just looks like a lot of lights.
I mean, this should mean that the lights are moving, all right?
Yeah, as mentioned, you can, sorry, you're able to discern that the map appears to be real time.
I think it's real time. I think those might be the enemies. Those little blips right there, you see them?
I mean, I'm not sure much about all this technology stuff, but if that's them, does that show us a way out?
Yeah, does it show us the way out?
No, it's a map of Terra. The moon is not illustrated.
Oh.
Oh,
that's Terra.
Our world.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I thought when I said the planet, that might have been clear. Sorry.
No, when you said the planet, I thought you meant the moon.
yeah, my favorite planet, the moon.
I mean, technically.
Don't technically me. Pluto's not a planet. The moon absolutely isn't.
Well, the moon is bigger than Pluto, so.
What's that Lucian likes to say? That is so not the point.
I mean, I don't think this helps us out at all.
I mean, it'd be something cool to look into, but right now
we gotta go. Alright, is there another door we can go to?
Yep, door directly ahead of you across the room, door to your right.
Alright, let's go directly ahead. See what's in there.
Okay.
Is that Peaches crying in there?
No, she's just lying here. Maybe she was like hiding about.
I thought I heard her cry.
The door opens, and you see ahead of you that same room full of abandoned trash that you had seen to the left in the previous hall. However, from here, you are able to see, now that you're actually like facing out into it proper, that further to the right, which would be like further into trash room, is a set of double doors leading leading further ahead, like that way, and the hall curves to the right.
I mean, they could have made this room a trash just to throw us off. I mean, that's totally something they would do, right? I thought I heard her cry.
I touched it. I didn't hear this. Either way. I mean, I don't. All this technology stuff just honestly goes over my head.
I don't really understand most of it either, but we've got to figure a way out of here, right?
Yeah. But as far as throwing us off, I'll be honest, it doesn't seem like something they would go as far as do. I mean, it seems a little,
Out of their way.
yeah, whenever it's basically, it basically could be their, end.
True. I'm just completely at a loss. I mean, I'd hate to ask Amos, but we're lost.
Well, as far as it goes, we have, as long as he's willing to concentrate on his thing, we have, I guess, roughly as long as it takes, so we need to hurry and get out of here before.
I mean, how are you gonna even get off the moon at this point? We don't even have a ship.
I believe we left the ship back at the.
Well, that's why I wanted to go that way. Was because of our ship.
Yeah, but as I mentioned, we didn't exactly come into it. You don't know where the door is there either.
Yeah, that's true.
If we can get out of here, then maybe we can, find a way to get them over here. Because I believe we left our fourth party. What's the face?
Anna?
No.
Hello.
So what's
Oh,
this?
hi.
I'm trying to.
You mean a Vaben?
Yes.
Yeah, he said
Yeah,
he said he'd guard the ship while we were gone, right?
I believe the ship still has power, so we can still fly, I believe.
Good, because I've got no spells left for it, so.
I have a little bit of magic, but I don't think I can provide much for it.
I've got a little bit too, but not much. Alright. Let's go to the other door. The one that we haven't gone through yet.
All right, so there's you can the double door in the trash room, or the door to the right from the room with the map.
The one in the room with the map.
All right, Alfred, you want to head that way as well? Okay. You make your way back into the map room, circle around past all the various artifacts before making your way into the next room. You can see this room is about the same size, but wildly different in design. You can see rows of seats fill the room. There's a control panel that, once again, looks a little distinctive from the previous ones you've seen. And you can see two more doors, singles that appear to both head in the same direction, which is further ahead.
Alright, that's promising. Okay, so one more time, one ahead and one where?
Now, two that appear to be just going the same direction ahead, but if it matters, one's on the left of the room, one's on the right, but they're like going the same direction.
Alright, I'll check the left first. See where that goes.
Sorry, you curiously approach the door on the left and it opens. You see you're now directly next to that double door that you saw at the end of the trash hall. But as well, from here, you can now see the hall that was at the end of it, which leads to... further down the hall, you can see a window at the end that's, again, providing some dim light. The exit of the right door, so definitely confirm they go to the same place, as well as two sets of double doors. Both are on the left, but one is closer to you, the other is much further ahead.
But I can try to stick my fat ass through that window. I'm desperate enough to get the hell out of here. And we're on the first floor, so it's not like it's gonna hurt. I don't think.
I will trust your judgment.
Alright, let's go to the window.
Alright. How do you want to go about breaking it?
No. Let's see. Could you break it with your shield?
Certainly try, but... Wait.
I mean, it will hurt like hell, but I can always punch it.
Shield probably wouldn't be pleasant, but... like I said, I'll try. What is the outside all jungly, right?
Well, yes, but remember, this is a smaller dome that's inside of the larger dome. So, like, even if you were to break this window, you wouldn't be, like, exposed to the vacuum. Now, granted, if the outer dome is damaged, which you wouldn't be able to tell from here, then you might have some trouble, but...
I was like, as long as there's the trees, as long as it's daytime.
Yeah, basically, yeah, as long as it's night on your world, then yes.
That was always a question. Guess I will just go get a head start and just full force run into it with my shield.
Do you have, like, proficiency to do shield attacks, or will this be improvised?
Proficiency in shield attacks?
I don't know. Figured if anyone would have it, it'd be you, so thought I'd ask.
Proficiency in shields, but...
You can use a bonus. Yeah, you can do shoves, but you know what though? I'll count that as having proficiency. That's close enough as far as I'm concerned. So make a strength check, but you may add your proficiency. So D20 plus 8.
Nice.
Okay. Alfred, you get some solid footing and charge at the window. But as you reach the end of the hall, with your running start, whirl your white feather shield back and take just a cracking swing at the glossy window of the base. There's just this echoing vibration that sends like this numbing shake up your arm. And the window does not so much as crack.
Oh, that sucks.
However, Alfred, from your new position, having run to attack that window, you can see, indeed, the exit mouth of that hall to the right back when you got out of the elevator chamber. So at this point, you guys have essentially snaked through some of the interior, but also orbited this like central part.
So we went in a circle.
Yeah, so it's more of a queue, but yes.
Well, that just fucking sucks, doesn't it?
You can see 3 double doors heading further out, as well as the remaining. You do not see any new doors from what Alfred has observed. So at this point, you can head back into that central column, or check out some of the previous areas, or try one of the 3 doors heading what is just from you further ahead.
All right, I've been picking. It's your time to pick. Apparently, I can only go in circles.
You know what? Paul's gonna look at these doors, and you can see him kind of like almost point at one. Like, yeah, you see him almost point at each of them as he says.
Oh my god!
And he'll just go to he's gonna just pick a random door. Alright.
Roll a d4.
Already did. Roll the 1.
Okay. You pick the door furthest on the left, which would be just at the mouth of the trash room.
Are you kidding me? Are you actually kidding me right now?
You told him, Vic.
I mean, as I said, I don't really, I mean, I'm as lost as you are, so.
However, Alfred, is that your final pick? Yeah. Well, let's see what's behind door number 1. Alfred, as Asari berates you, you approach the leftmost door, and after your confident declaration that you're lost and have no idea where you're going, the door opens. However, you notice this one is slow and kind of messy. You see a few sparks fly off as if it's damaged. But you see ahead of you that exterior lake you had seen from that front garden area. You are now essentially at that side door that a few of those guards were, guarding whenever you guys attacked them. You have indeed, albeit through a side exit, found the way out.
Are you actually kidding me right now?
You can see the sky and surrounding area are filled with smoke, and everything has this like definitive red haze to it. You can see the grass is all burned and deadened. The lake appears to be rapidly flooding the garden, and you can see the dead bodies of the boomergangers you took out on the way in. If they weren't dead before, there certainly are now, as a combination of fire and flooding has doomed them.
Poor blokes. Alright, so we can see the sky. Let's see if we can find our ship.
Okay. At this point, this is a trek you guys have made before. It was lengthy and challenging, but you did make it. So, do you simply just wish to go back the way you came to get to the base in the first place?
Yeah.
Okay. Alfred?
Yes. Hopefully we can find our way out.
Okay. And just for my reference, so I know how long this is going to take, A, are you willing to rest on the way there, or are you not going to rest until you just get completely clear of this place? And B, are you going to stealth on account of the zombies or just sprint for it?
I don't know about you, but I'm gonna sprint for it.
Alfred?
Okay, if he's going to sprint for it, I will follow and follow along.
I've got no time for zombies.
Okay. I believe at your current speed, you should be able to just outrun them even if you do agitate them. Let me check here. Ooh. Yeah, easily. Even if they were dashing, you could just dash yourselves, so. It will take you some time, but, you know, basically by the time it comes back up, you could have slept it off on the ship, so. Alfred, you pay a final glance back to the Boomerganger's base. Overall, I guess, technically, your stealth mission was a success. Lieutenant Charleston is likely being left to die. If Amos's blast, if it should be triggered, doesn't kill him, then it's very possible that the smoke and damage to the base will take him out. However, even with the base destroyed, its AI sabotaged, and one of the lieutenants possibly down for good, you are still left with it being a somewhat Pyrrhic victory. Your keys have been taken from you, and now the only ones left out of the Boomerganger's hands are in the hands of your allies, and more than likely, the gangers will be quickly making their way out to find them and pry it from them, be it from their beating hearts or cold dead hands. And what's more, unable to save Amos, you just have to hope, against hope, that this ancient computer's ability to focus on one objective, stay alive for your sake, can carry it until this conflict is finished, and maybe someday you can find someone capable of understanding its ancient language and saving Amos from himself. The final stages of this conflict lie ahead of you. With the Boomergangers now in possession of the majority of the keys and willing to level Tortage to take the rest from you, all that remains for you now is where your final stand against the Boomergangers will be made. And that is where we're going to end tonight's session and Chapter 7. The final chapter of this campaign will soon begin. You all level up, which means you are all now level 20.
Woo-hoo!
And we will be taking a break next week so that the final plans can be made. Any plans you need to make for your character, please inform me of them. And next week, we will be beginning the final chapter, Chapter 8, Under Locks and Keys. Give me just a second to get my outro stuff up. Check out our website at officiald5hub.info. Down for maintenance at the moment, but soon to be resurrected from the grave like a filthy necromancer, ready to make sure they can do filthy necromancy for as long as they shall unlive. Check out our link in chat to join our official D5 Discord server if you want to hang out with us directly. Support our episodes posted on Apple Podcasts, Pandora, Google Podcasts, the iHeart Podcast Network, wherever you have to get your podcast from. You can probably find it there. For our audio listeners, catch us live on Mondays at 7 o'clock Central Daylight Time on twitch.tv/Odd Tornado Productions. Check out Odd Tornado Productions official on Tumblr to find links to our other works, including our Paladins Twitch channel at twitch.tv/Austin Freak. Huh? Hello?
There you go.
Sorry. I can hear you guys, but yeah, I must have cut. Sorry. Where did I cut?
You were about to do Austin's.
Yes, at twitch.tv/AustinFreak123. If you enjoy what we do, please support us on Patreon. That link to be posted as well. On Ko-fi at kofi.com/oddtornadoproductions. And follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/tornadoodd. The TNO are capitalized if you want to get immediate updates whenever we go live, as well as updates on everything else we're doing. And if you want to see more of this party, plus or minus a few, tune in tomorrow, Tuesdays at 7 o'clock Central Daylight Time, for our Tuesday game of Black Ink and Blue Blood, featuring a party of politicians and nobles trying to unravel political conspiracy if they can stop stabbing each other in the back long enough. Thanks everyone at home so much for watching. Thanks everyone at the table so much for playing. And we'll see you all next week.